G'day guys, it's the Pink King here and I'm back with another game from round 3 of the AFL Premiership season. It's Hawthorn versus Collingwood. So Hawthorn's won their first 2 games, they're sitting 4th. And you've got Collingwood who have won 1 and lost 1. Obviously the one they won was round 1 against Bulldogs in real life, and then round 2, I can't remember who they played, but they lost it anyway. Oh, it was Richmond. It was Richmond as well. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, Hawthorn versus Collingwood. Great day at the MCG for it. Although it should be a Friday night match, so I don't know why it's so bright.
Thanks, Hutto. Today should be a great match.
I realise I haven't said anything about injuries and stuff like that. I just had a quick look through it. I don't know whether I want to do that, like every round go through the injury list and all that sort of stuff, or the suspended players. There's no current suspended players, but there's a few injured players.
The Magpies run onto the ground.
Yeah, I don't know whether I want to go through the injury list and all that every round or whatever, but anyway, let me know if you want to see who's injured and stuff each round, and that way you know who can't play. I also saw Dane Beams just then. He's also retired recently. He did retire, didn't he? Or was he going to retire? I think he was going to retire, and he did. So they've got Rance, and more understandably is Dane Beams. Anyway, Strat's running up, Pendle's on the other side. It should be Pendle's. There he is. MCG looks pretty much packed as well. How good would it be if there was a packed MCG this week? Oh, here we go. Ball goes up. Segler versus someone that is not Brody Grundy. Do not know why Brody Grundy's not taking it. He's not on the injured list or anything like that. He's playing. He's just not a ruckman apparently. Darcy Moore takes the intercept mark. And he turns to his left and kicks it straight to Pendlebury, who plays on with a handball. There's players around the ball, but broken tackles everywhere. Sent forward, and Will Hoskin-Elliott takes the mark. Collingwood's going to line up for their first shot on goal. It's going to make it, but it's wide, so it's a point. Collingwood on the board first. Frawley stands there, looks around, kicks it to his left, and that's not a good kick because it's marked by Braden Maynard. And he should kick this. And he hasn't. That's going to be out of bounds on the full. So Collingwood being wasteful to start the game. James Walker takes the mark just out inside 50. He goes across goal, and Hawthorn really playing a dangerous game. Tom Mitchell, who decides to kick it about 5 metres to Frawley, who wasn't anywhere near the ball. He goes back to Mitchell, and Mitchell turns around, well, doesn't turn around, I think that's the issue, kicks over his head and out in the full. So I don't know what the fuck's going on here. But Collingwood goes backwards. I think they've forgotten which way they're playing, both teams, because John Segler takes the mark and he takes it straight to the centre of the ground where it's marked by Travis Varco. So wasteful at the moment. Both teams just doesn't want neither team wants the ball at the moment. They just keep bumping each other and still going for it. Then booed it straight up to a waiting James Frawley, who gets smothered, and Strats cleans up to Michael Hartley, who I'm surprised gets a game, but anyway. Dane Beams, a player that doesn't actually play anymore, kicks it back towards the 50. Picked up by Scully, who handballs it straight into the Collingwood player. They've got numbers now. It's 2-on-1 out the back. Pendlebury can't get it free of him and gets tackled. The ball will go up. I think Hawthorn's best play here would just be to keep the ball wrapped up for the rest of the quarter because there's not long to go. Couple broken tackles. I wasn't even sure who that was. Ball comes loose. Another broken tackle again. Booted up. It's 2-on-1 and it's won by Jordan Roughhead. No time left on the clock though. So the first quarter ends. Collingwood 1, Hawthorn nothing. Both teams, I don't know what they were thinking. They just didn't want the ball. Wanted the other team to have the ball. Weren't really interested. Where's the clangers? 3-6. That seems wrong. I must have seen all 9 clangers right in that space of time that I was talking about it. But apparently Hawthorn's had 2 hitouts and won them both. Let's go straight back into it. 1-0 to start the game. Segler wins the tap and it goes wide. Hawthorn end up with the ball and kick it forward to the top of the 50. This is as far as they've got since last quarter, and Jeremy Howe takes the mark. He's got acres of space. He sends it out into another paddock. They're going to run it down. Who's 32? I can't think of his name. It's Hoskin Elliott. Hoskin Elliott runs and kicks it out on the full. Scully comes off for Dan Howe. And Hawks have just kicked it into a congested situation, a contested marking contest, and the ball will end up in Collingwood's pocket for a ball up. Side bottom gets wrapped up and it's another ball up. Segler, I think he won the tap, and that's a mark to Ben McAvoy. Can they finally get some movement out of the 50? Pack mark, it looks like Collingwood's got the numbers. It's a high tackle against Ben Stratton and Jamie Elliott for a shot at goal. Collingwood seem to have all the play at the moment, and Jamie Elliott does not miss. The first goal of the match comes almost halfway through the second quarter as the ball goes back up for Segler to win. Ricky Henderson kicks it right up in the air. Big pack. Out the back is a Hawthorn player. It was Luke Bruce. He kicks it forward. Players around the ball. Collingwood. Collingwood has all the run right now. They kick it forward. Who marks this? It's no one. Hawthorn kicks it back to the top of the 50. 2-on-1. Hawthorn don't really win it, but it could have been worse. Numbers all around the ball. If Hawthorn can get it forward, which they can't, it's a high tackle. I was going to say if you could get it forward, they were out the back, and Liam Shields takes a mark. Shields goes back and slots it. Creeps it through, and it's 1 point ball game again with 5 minutes left in the half. So Hawthorn finally actually getting some movement forward. They've done something. McAvoy taps it down to himself, breaks 2 tackles, sends it forward. There's a huge pack mark from Paul Puopolo, who can put Hawks in front out of nowhere. Oh, he's realised it's a bit far out for him, so he's taking a short kick to Chad Wingard, so he's going to kick it from about 40 out to put them in front. And he's got the distance, he's got the accuracy, but in this situation, yeah, he does. He kicks it. So Hawthorn now in front after not even looking like they were going to get it in the forward 50 for the first half for a while there. McAvoy smacks it forward again. There's Collingwood players getting to the ball first. Brody Mychek can't get anywhere because McAvoy wraps him up. So McAvoy doing everything out the middle right now. Warple takes one on and throws the ball. That will be the end of the half. Hawthorn will go in half time, 5 points in front.
Controlled the play well and deserved this lead at halftime.
Time to take a look at the stats.
Oh, they've absolutely been destroying Collingwood in the hitouts. Collingwood haven't won one at all. inside 50 is actually Hawthorn's way. They just haven't been getting deep inside 50, which I guess is the difference. Not that Collingwood's really done anything with getting it deep inside 50. Everything else sort of tilted Hawthorn's way, except for the handballs. Yeah, it's more or less 50-50 unless Hawthorn's winning it. So all the stats pointing to a Hawthorn win at the moment. They just haven't really been converting it. Pendlebury gets wrapped up immediately. Segler's back in the ruck and he taps it forward, and he gives away a high tackle. Collingwood kick it forward. Grundy's finally been seen for the first time today. First time I saw him anyway. The ruck goes Hawks' way again. Tom Mitchell immediately gets tackled for another ball up. I think that's my check in the ruck against Segler. And Pendlebury gets done for throwing the ball. They were in trouble there, Hawks. So they'd be pretty happy with that. Big tackle. Who is 27? I can't think of who it is. Ball comes loose. Patton can't get onto it. Big tackle from, I think that was Bruce. And McAvoy back in the ruck. Big wrap-up tackle. They get rid of it though. Collingwood going to run it out. And Michael Hartley gives away a high free kick again. I'm looking for players at the moment. It's a bit of a stoppage. Burgoyne punches it down, but it's going Collingwood's way. They've got numbers. Goal side. Who gets the ball here? It's James Frawley. He's an absolute wall of a player to get past. And he kicks it straight to James Sicily, who takes his time and lines up Travis Varco perfectly. Right in the middle of the 50. Why would you do that? Sicily loves to scare all the Hawthorn fans, and he's rewarded with a point for his efforts. Varco just... that couldn't have been more down Varco's throat, and yeah, he's... luckily missed it for the Hawks fans. Strats runs into trouble here. It's turned over, and Varco makes up for that bad kick before very quickly, and he turns around and kicks that goal. So Collingwood up by 2 points, and yeah, Hawthorn just being real dangerous with their possessions inside the defensive 50 at the moment. Well, pretty much all game really. McAvoy wins the tap. It goes down to Burgoyne. Bruce sitting under it, and he takes the mark. Can he find a target inside 50? Well, he doesn't even go inside 50. He hits it to the top of the 50, and Collingwood's going to rebound it out of here. Dan Howe picks it up and immediately gets tackled. It's still working its way Collingwood's forward line. They're going to keep soccering it forward. It's a one-on-one. Frawley gets bumped out of it. There's a 4-on-1, and it's a goal. Will Hoskin-Elliott soccers it through. I don't know how you get 4 players goal side of any other Hawthorn player, but Frawley just couldn't handle the bumping, and Collingwood out to an 8-point lead now. Luke Bruce coming off for Jarman Impey. McAvoy punches it forward. Burgoyne gets tackled immediately. Not Frawley. Ricky Henderson gets a bit of space. They've all got space, and Hawthorn, quick response. They're going to make sure that they don't go into this last quarter too far behind. It's 2 points of difference. There might be time for one more score. The ball goes up, McAvoy wins it, goes straight down to Collingwood player. I was thinking that was going to be a big hit, but it wasn't, and that will be the end of the quarter. No one wants to pick it up. So 3/4 time, Collingwood up by 2 points. I think the scoring end was the way Collingwood were going, by the looks of it. That's how it's worked out every quarter this game so far. So the Hawthorn have it in them to get back in front. I mean, you're looking at the stats and you think Hawthorn 18 hitouts to none. Hitouts were the big stat that I was looking at last round. That seemed to always be the winning team, was if you had a dominant hit out stat, that you'd win pretty dominantly. But Hawthorn hasn't converted these hit-outs into goals yet. For all he's been their major ball winner, he's their fullback, so that says a lot. But yeah, look at that. First quarter, 1 point to nothing. Second quarter, 2 goals to 1 goal. And third quarter, 2 goals, 1 to 1 goal. So that end that Collingwood was just at seems to be the scoring end, which would suggest Hawthorn would be liking their chances right now. So the ball goes up and nothing really comes of it. A few players got their hands on the ball, but immediately wrapped up for a ball up. Burgoyne gets the ball, he handballs it straight into a Collingwood player who gets tackled by Burgoyne. Ends up with Hawthorn's kick from Tom Mitchell going the wrong side of the post, so that's a point the difference. Could we be in for the first draw of the season? I don't think so, but it's definitely on the cards. And Tim O'Brien gets gifted an easy mark by Collingwood's fullback, who just ran out of room on the runway, and he's missed, so the scores are level. 15 minutes to play. There's still every chance that this could be a draw for the game, first game of the season. Again, he tries to outrun. Who is he trying to outrun? I think it's Patton, but each time Patton almost runs him down. Guapolo goes wide to Wingard, who decides it's too hard. Centres the ball. Patton can't get to it. Now he does. Ball spills loose. Who's got the ball? Jeremy Howe got the ball and he threw it. So Sean Burgoyne lining up to kick for the lead for Hawthorn. And he misses. Well, Hawthorn had 3 shots on goal and missed all 3 of them so far halfway through the last quarter. That could be very... I don't know what I'm trying to say. Doesn't matter because Wingard's taken a mark. I was going to say it could be costly for them, was the word I was looking for, costly. But yeah, it still could be very costly because Wingard's missed that as well. It's 4 points to nothing this quarter. If even one of those had been a goal, they would be sitting fairly comfortably right now. Two straight kicks in front. But anyhow, Collingwood decide to go the other way, and Jordan Roughhead has run about 10 metres before putting it straight out in the full. Now, we know that the AI doesn't know how to kick bananas, so this is probably going to be a point or nothing. And yeah, Frawley, who's a key defender, managed to make his way up to full forward, and he kicks it straight into the point post. So 7 minutes remain in the last quarter. Collingwood haven't got it out of Hawthorn's forward 50 since it went in there at the start of the quarter until now. Marked by Will Hoskin-Elliott. Can they get a run on? No, he goes backwards for a mark inside 50, but it's dropped. Ball comes loose. Numbers, goal side for Hawthorn. They can't get it to them. The ball keeps popping out. 4 minutes to go. Is there enough time for Collingwood to get them down into their forward 50? 3.5. They chip it forward. 3 minutes. They've got numbers. Can they get a goal out of this? It would be to win the match. 2.5. He plays on, wheels around, kicks it to a 2-on-2, and James Warple might have just won the match for Hawthorn. He goes straight down the ground. A minute remains. A mark here wins it. Luke Bruce gets the ball. He handballs it forward. The game-sealing goal, kicked with 10 seconds to go. Jack Gunston ends it. So Hawthorn have had all the scores in this last quarter. Just like I said, the scoring end was Hawthorn's way, and Collingwood really could have made them pay, but just couldn't get there. And Hawthorn go 3-0.
Thank you, Gaz.
And yeah, what a game that was. Close all game. What was it? 8 points the difference in the end?
Final scores.
Yeah, 8 points the difference in the end. 20 hit-outs to nothing the whole game.
Thanks for joining us. As always,
like I said, that's usually the stat that defines who wins. The player of the match, from a guess, would be McAvoy or Segler, but could also be Wingard. It's Will Hoskin-Elliott who got man of the match, which is fair enough. I think he was the one that I noticed most out of Collingwood's players. Chad Wingard was second best, which I said might have been one of the 3 Hawthorn players I would have thought. And Travis Varco, who did a lot in the first half, he got third best on ground. So if we look at that, yeah, Wingard with 1 goal. Will Hoskin-Elliott was the major ball winner. He also got 1 goal. Varco got 1 goal, but he wasn't a major ball winner. So I think it was maybe a bit stiff that Ben McAvoy didn't get this place that Varco got third best on ground. But that will do it for this game. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next episode, or the next game of the round.